Hey guys, I thought I would get into the fall spirit 2 weeks ago with an unboxing of Ferris wheel press ink that I got and a couple of samples, and then there was a little disaster that happened. We'll get to that in a second. For some reason, have had a really hard time transitioning between the seasons. I really, really love the fall season, but I don't know if it's, the older you get, the less tolerant you are of the cold. And I feel like it's just a matter of time before it becomes snowbird. I'm still grateful, and I love being here in the Northeast in the fall season. It's just really, really beautiful. But I don't know, maybe it was because I was traveling and I left my family behind, and I don't know, maybe that was part of the mood. So anyway, I was trying to get into the spirit of the season, and the this ink, I'm afraid to pick it up, and I'll explain in a second. And I wanted to get into the mood for fall, so I was thinking of all the spectacular things that fall brings: apple cider, cozy sweaters, falling leaves, the scent of cinnamon and evergreens. And when I went to present this box in the video, I'm going to insert the clip here, and I had to cut out the part where I was swearing. So I love the summer, and as much as I think the fall is a beautiful season, I just really have a very hard time letting go of the summer and the weather, and it's attached to so many memories for me. Anyway, so I thought I would I'm trying to get into the fall spirit here. So as you can see, that was a disaster. And when I went to wipe off my desk with a wet wipe and a paper towel, it just got worse. And it literally looked like a crime scene here. And luckily I have like a little scrap bucket here that I keep on my desk, and I was able to contain it and clean it up, but I wasted half this bottle of ink. I have it in this ramekin right now because, and it's such a shame. I don't know if it was just this batch, or if they've had a consistent problem with the caps leaking. If anybody else has ever heard of this situation, please let me know in the comments down below. I haven't heard anything in the community about it. It's a beautiful bottle. Every time I look at this bottle, I think of the Chance perfume bottles. I had worn that for a while, quite a number of years ago, but every time I see it, it's sort of reminiscent of that. And there's the back of it. You can see the label's all stained, but the problem is the cap is still leaking. So if I do this, yep, see, it starts leaking right away. It's like, it looks like my cap has a bloody nose here. So I'm just trying to keep it here so I don't spill it and make another mess on my desk. And I feel terrible because I lost half of this bottle of ink. And but I did get a chance to play with all the inks, and I'll show you the swatches now. And I will tell you, when I first did it, this is my Cosmo Airlight paper. And I'm going to hold this up so you can see this, and I hope the light is picking this up correctly. But on this paper, for some reason, it looks very, very flat. There's a little bit of shading here, but not much. But it seems very cool toned on this paper for whatever reason. Most of the other inks I've played with on this paper are very consistent to what they swatch on other papers. So I don't know what it is about this paper and this ink. So I swatched it on my Tomoe River paper, and oh my gosh, what a difference. I'm going to put a shot at the end in like natural sunlight so you can see the difference. It is so cool toned here and so much warmer on the Tomoe River paper. This is my Hobonichi Day Free. And there's so much more shading here. It just shows up so much prettier here. Even a little color variation here. So that's my thoughts on that ink. And did I swatch the other two colors on here? Oh yeah, I did. I also swatched the, I got the 2 samples of the Moss Park Green and the Beaver Dam Brown. Excuse me. And a little bit of shading there. And the Beaver Dam Brown, I will tell you, I think is more of a dark plummy brown. There's a little bit of shading and sheening in dark brown, but it's really a very plummy sort of color, a very deep plum. Like those plums you get in the supermarket, the dark purple ones. That's what it looks like. You could see some sheening and some veining right there. All right, I'm going to try to hold this still. I'm sorry if I'm moving too much. Okay, and as you can see, I'm channeling my inner Anne of Green Gables with all of her lovely thoughts about the fall and leaves and trees. And this is the time of year I always like to reread Anne of Green Gables, and I started rereading it, but there was too much going on. I was trying to catch up on work from being away, and you know, other family obligations and stuff like that. So I wound up watching it on Anne of Green Gables on Netflix, which if you haven't seen, it is such a beautiful interpretation of the books. And yeah, I really enjoyed it, and I binge watched it like in like 3 days. Yeah, I didn't have time to read, but I did have time to binge watch television. Well, anyway, so those are my swatches. And again, if anybody knows anything about these, you know, a leak problem with these, the caps on the Ferris wheel ink, please let me know down below. I'd be really curious to hear any more feedback from people. But yeah, that's it. I'm going to take some pictures and insert them here. So I'm going to say goodbye, and thanks so much for watching. Take care, guys. Bye.